Oh, Chris, Gerald needs changing.
Fine.
Oh, and the bins need taken out?
All right.
Chris! Oh, and by the way, I've been having an affair with Philip from the Chippy for the last 4 years, so, see ya.
Work, family, exercise, friends, they all take precious time away from the thing you love doing. I want to share how I've learnt to fit DJing into my daily life without sacrificing the other things that are important. We all have unproductive periods in the day. For me, that's most of the day, but particularly when I travel to work. I used to spend this time reading vitamin adverts on the train so I could avoid eye contact with the other commuters. But now I use it to prepare my tracks. You may have heard of Cloud Library Sync. This is a Rekordbox feature that allows you to edit your tracks in the cloud. You can synchronize playlists, cue points, loops, and all kinds of other metadata. Then that data will sync across all your devices. Now the full fat version of this feature is on the Rekordbox Creative and Pro plans. But what many people don't realize is there's actually a more limited version of this feature you can use absolutely free. It allows you to synchronize up to 10 tracks in a special playlist. You might not think that sounds like a lot, but if you commute twice a week, that means you can prepare over 1,000 tracks a year. You'll need a free Dropbox account for this to work, and you'll need to install the Dropbox app on your laptop. To turn Cloud Sync on, go to My Page in Rekordbox. Click on Library Sync. Turn on the Sync Library to another device toggle, then read the tedious tutorial. Next, you'll be prompted to log into your Dropbox account. After you've done this, you'll see a new playlist appear in your tree view called Trial Playlist. Any tracks you add to this and any edits you make will now be synchronized to the cloud. Add some tracks in here from your computer or your Rekordbox collection directly. Get rid of the message. Rekordbox will now ask you if you want to move or copy the files to your Dropbox. I choose copy because I don't want Rekordbox messing up my folder structure. The cool thing is this even works on streaming tracks. This is great if you use services like Tidal or SoundCloud to get your music. The next step is to get the Rekordbox app on your phone. Install it and go through the onboarding. The first time you load it, it'll throw you into a demo, so just stop the tracks and minimize that panel. You'll get prompted to sign into your Rekordbox account. Log in and it will tell you about Cloud Sync and prompt you to log into your Dropbox account. Sign in and give Rekordbox permission. At this point, you might be thinking everything's set up. No, my friend, that would be far too intuitive. There's one more thing to do. Click the little profile icon at the top. Turn on the Cloud Sync toggle. Read through exactly the same stuff you've already seen, and this time it's turned on. Come out of this panel and at the top left, change the source to Rekordbox. Navigate to Playlists. You should see your Cloud Library Sync playlist in there. If you added any local files like MP3s or WAVs into this playlist, you'll first need to download them to your phone before you can edit them. Tap the three dots, select the tracks, and then download. Now all the changes we make to these tracks on our phone will sync directly to the cloud. The next time we open Rekordbox on our laptop, all the changes will show up. And this of course works the other way around as well. We spend a lot of our lives at work. Like many people, I often put some music on when I want to concentrate on something I'm doing. And actually, it's one of the few times I can listen to music without being interrupted. One of the most fun but time-consuming parts of being a DJ is finding new music. Because life is busy, I now use this listening time with a lot more intent. Rather than letting the Spotify algorithm do its own thing, I purposely listen to playlists with the latest drum and bass tracks. As I'm listening, if I like something, I pop a heart on it. I use this like a daily shortlist. On my commute home, I listen again to all the tracks I've favorited. I get rid of any that didn't make the cut after a second listen. This two-step process is something I've started doing recently to improve the overall quality of my music library, and so far I'm really liking how it's working. When I get home, I just sort the remaining tracks into their various Spotify playlists. Every night these playlists automatically sync to Tidal, then the next day they're available in Rekordbox for me to use. And if you want to know how I automated all that, I'll pop a link to a video I did in the description. The DJ world is a fast-moving place, and a lack of time can really make you feel like you're out of the loop. By the time you catch up, Denon and Pioneer have released 3,000 new controllers, and people have finally stopped arguing on my sync video. One way I've found to solve this information overload is email newsletters. I absolutely love them, and I use them to stay up to date on everything from YouTube to AI, even DJing. They're great because you can read them whenever you get a spare moment. You don't have to dedicate time to reading blogs or watching YouTube videos to stay up to date. Find a few you like and sign up to them. You could even give my one a try. It's called HotQDJ and I cover everything from record box tips to track preparation, even mindset. I'll pop the link down below. When I'm on my lunch break, I like to go for a walk and listen to a mix. Not only does this help me digest my Tesco meal deal, but it's a great learning opportunity. If you feel like you're at a bit of a plateau, this is one of the best tips I've got to help you break out of it. Listen to the tracks the DJ is selecting and what order they're playing them. How many are new and how many are old? Are they percussive or melodic? What techniques does the DJ use to blend their tracks? How do they use effects, EQs, or other creative ways of mixing? What kinds of tracks do they apply each of these transitions to? How do they use phrasing, harmonic mixing, and layering tracks? How does the DJ manage the energy in their set? How do they build tension and release? How do they bring the energy down? What energy level does the set start at and what does it end at? One big tip here is to try and watch live DJ sets on YouTube. That way you can start to learn about one of the biggest elements that makes a good DJ, making the crowd dance. These sets are great because you can watch how the crowd reacts in real time. At what points are they most hyped? When are they looking tired or bored? And what is the DJ doing at those moments? I go into controlling energy in your sets in a lot more detail in another video, which I'll pop a link to in the description. You'll be amazed how, with time, you can understand what a DJ is doing just by listening. Then you can take what you've learned and try and apply it to your own sets. Sometimes it's hard to know whether two tracks will work together, or you just want to try a blend quickly without the hassle of setting up your decks. By using apps like Rekordbox or DJ Pro on your phone, you can quickly try out transitions. I find this really handy for trying out double drops or mashups, and the best part is you can do it anywhere. One of the biggest reasons I don't get enough deck time is because there's so much friction involved in getting my decks set up to play. Like many, I don't have a dedicated DJ studio in my house. Whenever I want to mix, I have to grab my decks from the spare room and lug them somewhere completely different. And my DDJ1000 is designed so it's just wide enough to not fit through a door. After I've moved them, I then need to plug them in, connect the speakers, connect the laptop, open Rekordbox, grab a sandwich while that loads, then I'm finally ready to actually play. I already can't be bothered just talking about it. Now, depending on your budget, this next option might not be for everyone, but I'm strongly considering getting a standalone controller like the Mixstream Pro. It's compact, battery powered, and even has speakers built in. It can easily be stored in a cupboard, and that way I can just grab it whenever I feel like mixing. Okay, it's only got 4 performance pads and a pitch fader the length of an Ant's violin bow, but if it means there's less friction involved in actually mixing, I think it's worth it. If getting better at scratching is one of your goals, there's other portable units like the Stanton STX that might be worth looking into. Like the Newmark, it's got built-in speakers and a battery, and is a really easy way to scratch on the go. Life is hectic, and there's always reasons not to DJ. I'm always looking for ways I can squeeze more DJing into less time. That's why I made this video where I'll teach you about 5 DJ habits that will help you improve in less than an hour a week. An hour. An hour. An hour. An hour. An hour.